What if I told you the Vancouver Canucks just turned down a blockbuster trade that could have reshaped their roster? Rumors are swirling about a major deal involving a star player, and as passionate fans, we need to dive into what this means. For our beloved Canucks, was it a missed opportunity or a smart move? Stay tuned as we break down the implications of this bold decision. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button to keep up with all the latest Canucks updates. It's been an intriguing few days for us Vancouver Canucks fans. The New York Rangers have officially put their cards on the table, offering Mika Zibanejad straight up for JT Miller. Now, let's unpack this, because it raises some serious questions about our team's direction and future. First off, the Rangers sliding in with this offer means they still have their eyes set on Miller, a player they know all too well, having drafted him back in 2011. This isn't just a random trade proposal. It's a clear indication that Miller's skill set and past with the Rangers have not faded from their minds. But the Canucks declined the offer, and that says a lot. It shows they value Miller more than Zibanejad, who, let's face it, has been struggling this season. As a passionate fan, I have to admit, I'm torn on this. Zibanejad has shown flashes of brilliance in the past, but this year hasn't been his best. On the other hand, Miller is a cornerstone for our team. His chemistry with Elias Pettersson is undeniable, and his leadership on and off the ice has been crucial. If the Canucks didn't see Zibanejad as a worthy exchange, maybe they're banking on Miller being a long-term solution, rather than just a trading chip. But here's where it gets complicated. Both players have no-move clauses in their contracts. So, did the Rangers even discuss this with Zibanejad? Did they think he might waive it if the offer went through? The chatter around the league suggests that he might be open to it for the right deal. This raises an interesting point. Would Zibanejad even want to make this move? Now, let's pivot back to the Canucks. While they've turned down this trade, we have to remember that the dynamics within the team can shift rapidly. The recent drama between Miller and Pettersson could influence management's thinking. If the internal conflicts escalate, perhaps the Canucks might reconsider their stance on Miller. And let's not ignore the timing. It's been a tumultuous few months in Vancouver. If the Canucks are feeling the heat and need to shake things up, could they come back to the negotiating table with the Rangers? Would the Rangers be willing to sweeten the pot? As I sit here contemplating all these possibilities, I can't help but wonder if this is the right path for our team. Should we hold on to Miller, who has been pivotal for us, or consider what Zibanejad could bring if he finds his form? The trade landscape is ever-changing, and what seemed like a solid decision today might not be the same tomorrow. I want to hear from you, Canucks Nation. What do you think about the Rangers' offer? Are you in favor of sticking with Miller, or do you think Zibanejad could be a game-changer for us? And you, what do you think? I want to hear your opinions down below. The Vancouver Canucks have found themselves at a crucial juncture this season, and recent reports suggest that they had a significant opportunity to make a move that could have reshaped their roster. According to insiders, including Elliot Friedman from Sportsnet, the New York Rangers offered Mika Zibanejad in exchange for JT Miller earlier this season. Yes, you heard that right. A potential trade involving one of the Rangers' star players for our own JT Miller. But the Canucks turned it down. Now, let me be clear about this. Turning down a deal for Zibanejad certainly raises eyebrows. This is a player who once lit up the league with 41 goals in just 57 games and boasted a 91-point season not too long ago. However, this season, he's been struggling, tallying just 8 goals and 24 points in 39 games. That's not exactly the kind of performance you want to bank on when making a trade. Not to mention, defensively, he's been less than stellar, giving up a high rate of shots and goals against while being a center making $500,000 more per year than Miller. So, you have to wonder if the Canucks made the right call here. Chris Drury, the Rangers GM, is reportedly very interested in acquiring Miller, viewing him as a crucial piece for their lineup, a top-line center who could bring some necessary fire to a team that's been a bit too placid this season. But the Canucks didn't seem to think Zibanejad was worth the swap. Instead, they're prioritizing a return that includes a center rather than a defenseman, which makes sense given that they'd be trading away one of their own centers if Miller, or even Elias Pettersson, were to be moved. Speaking of Pettersson, Canucks GM Patrick Allvin hasn't closed the door on trading him either. Friedman has been vocal about the team's willingness to explore the market for both him and Miller. He mentioned that we should be prepared for all outcomes, No trades, one trade, or even both. That's a lot of uncertainty hanging over the franchise right now, especially when you consider that we're still in the playoff hunt in the Western Conference. Honestly, I'm torn about this situation. On one hand, I understand the desire to explore options and potentially improve the team. On the other hand, trading away players like Miller or Pettersson could come back to haunt us if we don't get a return that genuinely elevates the squad. It feels like a high-stakes poker game, and the Canucks are at the table. But are they holding the right cards? The noise surrounding potential trades can often feel overwhelming. We've seen Brock Boeser in trade rumors for what feels like ages. Connor Garland was supposedly on the move last season, and even Miller himself has been in the conversation before. So, is this all much ado about nothing? Perhaps. But the Canucks are making it clear that they're willing to listen to offers, and that's something we have to take seriously. What does this mean for the rest of the season? If we can find a way to make a strategic move that strengthens our core without losing too much of what makes us competitive, it could be a game changer. The playoff race isn't just about making it, it's about making a statement. Do you think the front office is making the right moves? I want to hear your opinions down below. Are we being too cautious, or are we making the right decision by holding on to our key players? The stakes are high, and the future of the franchise could very well hinge on these choices. And don't forget to activate the notification bell to get all the latest updates. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel to keep up with all things Vancouver Canucks. This is our team, and your voice matters in this debate. Let's keep the conversation going and see where this season takes us.